A Jesus revolution. An unprecedented spiritual shift in Iran. An unprecedented number of Muslims are forsaking Islam and choosing to follow Christ, especially in Iran. The story unfolding in Iran has captivated the attention of believers and non-believers alike as a powerful and unprecedented phenomenon begins to take shape, the Jesus Revolution. This spiritual movement stands in stark contrast to the traditionally Islamic identity of the nation and serves as a testament to the resilience of faith and the human spirit in the face of adversity. For decades, Iran has been a bastion of Islamic tradition, its society shaped by strict religious principles and theocratic governance. Yet amidst this seemingly impenetrable stronghold of Islam, a quiet but powerful revolution is taking place. Reports of large-scale conversions to Christianity, particularly among Muslims, have emerged, painting a picture of a nation undergoing profound spiritual change. While many outside observers find it difficult to comprehend, the evidence of this movement is undeniable. The sheer scale of these conversions, estimated to involve over 1 million individuals, suggests a seismic shift in the religious landscape of the region. These transformations are not mere whispers in underground communities but are becoming a compelling narrative of hope and redemption, spreading across the nation like wildfire. This unexpected trend has left observers stunned. Iran's rich Islamic heritage and its position as a leading force in the Muslim world made the notion of such a widespread departure from Islam seem improbable, if not impossible. However, this movement is not merely about religious affiliation. It is about a search for something deeper, something that fills a void left by years of social, political, and spiritual discontent. The rise of Christianity in Iran speaks to the innate human desire for freedom, love, and connection, principles that resonate deeply with the teachings of Jesus Christ. To fully grasp the significance of this phenomenon, it is essential to delve into the historical and cultural context that has defined Iran for centuries. Known for its rich cultural heritage and deep Islamic traditions, Iran has long been a country where religion and governance are tightly intertwined. The Islamic Revolution of 1979 solidified this connection, establishing a theocratic regime that placed Islam at the heart of national identity. The clerical leadership enforced strict interpretations of Islamic law, shaping every facet of life, from politics and education to family dynamics and societal norms. This pervasive influence of Islam has defined Iran for decades, creating a society where religious adherence was not only expected but often mandated. Public displays of piety were a cultural norm, and adherence to Islamic practices was considered a measure of loyalty to the state. This close alignment between religion and governance was intended to create a unified, morally upright society. But over time, cracks began to appear in this carefully constructed framework. Theocratic rule, while designed to promote Islamic values, also gave rise to significant challenges. Political repression, economic mismanagement, and widespread corruption bred dissatisfaction among the populace. Many Iranians, especially younger generations, began to question the effectiveness of a system that seemed more concerned with preserving power than addressing the needs of its people. The enforcement of strict religious principles, coupled with the use of morality police and punitive measures, further alienated large segments of the population. This discontent provided fertile ground for spiritual exploration. As the failures of the Islamic regime became more apparent, many Iranians started to seek alternatives, not just politically but spiritually. In a country where religious identity is deeply entrenched, such a search often leads to profound and life-altering decisions. The rising appeal of Christianity, with its messages of unconditional love, forgiveness, and hope, struck a chord with those yearning for a sense of purpose and freedom. This backdrop of dissatisfaction and disillusionment underscores the significance of the current religious shift. What we are witnessing is not merely a change in religious affiliation but a broader movement that challenges the very foundations of Iranian society. It is a testament to the power of faith and the enduring hope for a better future. Even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, the story of the Jesus Revolution is, at its core, one of transformation, both personal and societal, within a nation long defined by its Islamic identity. The evidence supporting the rise of Christianity in Iran is both compelling and unprecedented. Reports from international organizations, religious groups, and local sources within Iran indicate a clear and measurable shift in the nation's religious landscape. Perhaps the most striking piece of evidence is the estimated number of conversions to Christianity. Analysts suggest that as many as 1 million Iranians have embraced Christianity in recent years, a number that is both astonishing and transformative. These conversions are happening not in isolated cases but across a broad demographic spectrum, encompassing people of different ages, genders, and social backgrounds. Another telling sign of this shift is the decline in mosque attendance and the closure of mosques, particularly in urban areas. Once bustling centers of Islamic worship and community, many mosques now sit empty or struggle to attract congregants. This trend is not merely anecdotal. Local reports and international observers have documented significant declines in public participation in Islamic practices. This is a profound indicator of a waning attachment to traditional religious structures, signaling a broader questioning of long-held beliefs. The movement has been described as the Jesus Revolution, a term that captures the scale and spiritual nature of the transformation. Unlike political or social revolutions, which often bring about external changes, this is a deeply personal and internal revolution reshaping the lives of individuals from the inside out. Underground churches have become hubs of worship and community, their existence a testament to the determination of new believers who risk persecution to gather in faith. Technology has also played a pivotal role in this shift, with digital platforms providing a discreet yet powerful means of sharing the message of Christianity. Online sermons, Bible study groups, and social media campaigns have reached individuals who might otherwise never encounter the Christian faith. What drives such a profound and widespread movement? The motivations behind this mass shift from Islam to Christianity are as diverse as the individuals involved, but they often share common threads. For many Iranians, the oppressive nature of the regime is a significant factor. The Islamic Republic's strict enforcement of religious law, coupled with widespread corruption and economic hardship, has led to disillusionment with the system that claims to represent Islam. As the government conflates its authority with religious doctrine, dissatisfaction with the state often translates into a broader questioning of Islam itself. Christianity offers an appealing alternative to those seeking relief from oppression. The core tenets of the faith, love, grace, forgiveness, and hope, stand in stark contrast to the rigid and punitive interpretation of Islam imposed by the regime. For many converts, the message of unconditional love and personal salvation resonates deeply, providing a sense of worth and dignity that may have been absent in their previous experiences. This appeal is particularly strong among women, who often face systemic inequality and harsh restrictions under Iran's interpretation of Islamic law. The Christian faith's emphasis on equality and respect has inspired many women to seek a spiritual path that affirms their inherent value. Political and social oppression alone do not fully explain the shift. The spiritual dimension is equally crucial. Many converts speak of experiencing dreams and visions of Jesus, a phenomenon reported across the Muslim world. These profound encounters often serve as turning points, leading individuals to explore Christianity further. Such personal and mystical experiences are deeply moving, providing a sense of divine intervention and purpose. The broader societal dissatisfaction with Islam cannot be overstated. Years of systemic failures, political repression, economic mismanagement, and a lack of personal freedoms have created a crisis of faith in the very ideology that underpins the regime. As individuals lose trust in the government and its religious authority, they begin to search for alternatives that offer hope and renewal. Christianity, with its message of transformation and personal connection with God, has become an increasingly compelling choice. For many Iranians navigating the challenges of life under theocratic rule, the motivations behind this shift are as varied as they are profound, rooted in personal struggles, societal discontent, and spiritual awakening. What emerges is a picture of a nation undergoing a profound transformation, driven by individuals seeking a deeper sense of meaning and connection. This movement is not just a rejection of Islam but an embrace of something radically different, an alternative worldview that promises freedom, love, and redemption. The rise of Christianity in Iran is, at its core, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of faith to inspire change. The Iranian government's response to the rising tide of Christianity has been marked by fear, aggression, and an increasingly tight grip on control. As reports of conversions have grown, so too have measures aimed at curbing this spiritual shift. For a regime that ties its legitimacy to its Islamic identity, the rise of Christianity poses not only a religious challenge but also a political threat. To counteract what it sees as a destabilizing force, the government has resorted to increasingly harsh tactics to suppress Christian converts and underground church networks. One of the most visible forms of repression comes from the morality police and other state apparatuses tasked with enforcing Islamic principles. These forces frequently monitor suspected converts, impose fines, and detain individuals accused of apostasy, a crime that can carry severe penalties in Iran. Arrests of Christian leaders and raids on underground churches have become disturbingly common, with many detainees subjected to harsh interrogations and even torture. The intent is clear: to instill fear and discourage others from following the same path. Despite the risks, underground churches continue to thrive, a testament to the resilience and courage of the Iranian Christian community. These gatherings, often held in secret locations or private homes, provide a vital space for worship and fellowship. Each meeting represents an act of defiance against a regime determined to silence them. The use of digital platforms has further complicated the government's efforts to contain the movement. Online sermons, encrypted messaging apps, and social media have allowed Christians to connect, share resources, and spread their faith, even under the watchful eyes of the authorities. The regime's crackdown on Christian converts is not just about maintaining religious orthodoxy. It is also a desperate attempt to preserve control over a population increasingly disillusioned with its leadership. The government recognizes that the rise of Christianity is part of a broader dissatisfaction with the Islamic regime. By targeting Christians, it aims to send a message to other dissenting groups, reinforcing its authority through fear and intimidation. This heavy-handed response, however, often backfires. Stories of persecution and resilience have inspired both domestic and international sympathy, drawing attention to the plight of Iranian Christians and highlighting the regime's oppressive nature. Far from extinguishing the movement, these actions often strengthen the resolve of converts, who see their faith as worth the sacrifice. The resilience of underground churches and the creative use of technology demonstrate that this is not a movement that can be easily silenced. The implications of Iran's Jesus Revolution extend far beyond its borders. While the rise of Christianity in Iran is unique in its scale and context, it is not an isolated phenomenon. Across the Muslim world, similar trends are emerging, signaling a broader spiritual awakening. In countries like Afghanistan, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia, reports of conversions to Christianity are increasing despite the significant risks involved. One of the most intriguing aspects of these movements is the role of dreams and visions. In many cases, individuals report experiencing vivid encounters with Jesus, often describing these visions as deeply personal and transformative. Such experiences frequently serve as the catalyst for their spiritual journeys, leading them to explore Christianity and ultimately embrace it. These mystical experiences are not confined to Iran. They are reported across the Muslim world, suggesting a broader divine movement at work. The rise of Christianity in Iran and other Muslim-majority countries challenges long-held assumptions about the immutability of religious identity in the region. It demonstrates that even in environments where religious conformity is enforced, individuals are capable of profound spiritual change. The willingness of so many to risk their lives and livelihoods to follow a new faith speaks to the depth of their conviction and the powerful appeal of Christianity's message. The implications for the Muslim world are profound. This movement represents more than just a change in religious affiliation. It is a challenge to the established order and a call for greater freedom, both spiritual and societal. The rise of Christianity in Iran highlights growing discontent with systems that prioritize control over compassion and tradition over transformation. As these movements gain momentum, they could pave the way for broader cultural and social changes, breaking down barriers and fostering greater openness to diverse perspectives. In this context, the rise of Christianity in Iran is not an isolated anomaly but part of a larger tapestry of spiritual transformation. It underscores the universal appeal of faith and the enduring power of hope in the face of adversity. As these movements continue to grow, they offer a glimpse of a future where religious identity is not defined by geography or politics but by personal conviction and the search for truth. This broader awakening represents a powerful force for change, reshaping the spiritual and cultural landscapes of the Muslim world. The personal transformations experienced by new Christian converts in Iran reveal the profound and life-changing impact of this movement. Many of these individuals come from backgrounds of deep spiritual discontent, political disillusionment, and personal hardship. For them, Christianity offers not just a new religion but a complete redefinition of their lives. The teachings of Jesus, centered on love, forgiveness, and hope, resonate deeply with people who have lived under the weight of societal and spiritual oppression. These stories of transformation often begin with profound moments of connection, whether through a dream, a personal encounter with other believers, or exposure to Christian teachings online. For many, the shift to Christianity is accompanied by a sense of liberation, a freedom from fear and guilt instilled by years of adherence to rigid religious laws. Converts frequently describe feeling a newfound sense of dignity and purpose, as Christianity emphasizes a personal relationship with God rather than compliance with an external system. One of the most remarkable aspects of this change is the courage displayed by converts, who often risk everything to embrace their new faith. For many, conversion means severing ties with family, facing ostracism from their communities, and even enduring persecution from the state. Yet their resolve speaks to the depth of their conviction. This transformation is not just a shift in belief but a complete reorientation of identity, grounded in a sense of divine love and grace that transcends earthly struggles. The societal impact of these individual transformations is significant. While many converts worship in secret, their lives serve as a quiet but powerful witness to those around them. The joy, resilience, and hope they exude often spark curiosity and inspire others to explore the Christian faith. This ripple effect contributes to the growing movement, as testimonies of transformed lives spread organically through personal connections and underground networks. Beyond the individual stories, the rise of Christianity in Iran carries profound global and spiritual significance. It is difficult to view this movement without recognizing a larger divine narrative at work. The growth of Christianity in one of the most restrictive religious environments in the world is a testament to the power of faith to overcome barriers of oppression, fear, and persecution. Many observers see this as evidence of a spiritual awakening, driven by the Holy Spirit and marked by extraordinary courage and resilience. This movement is also a reminder of the universal nature of Christianity's message. The core principles of love, forgiveness, and redemption resonate across cultures, languages, and backgrounds, offering hope to people in the most challenging circumstances. The stories emerging from Iran underscore the idea that the Christian faith is not bound by geography or politics but is a universal message of transformation and renewal. The role of the Holy Spirit in breaking down barriers and fostering change cannot be overstated. Reports of dreams and visions, the resilience of underground churches, and the sheer scale of conversions all point to a movement that is not merely human in origin. Many converts describe feeling called or chosen, as though they have been personally sought out by God. These experiences inspire awe and reinforce the belief that this is a divinely inspired transformation. For those outside Iran, the rise of Christianity in this context serves as a powerful call to reflection. It challenges people to consider the enduring relevance and transformative power of faith, even in the face of extraordinary obstacles. The courage of Iranian Christians, who risk their lives to follow their beliefs, stands as a profound example of what it means to live out faith authentically. This phenomenon also invites reflection on the broader implications of spiritual and cultural transformation. The movement in Iran is not just about religion. It is about the human longing for freedom, meaning, and connection. It is a reminder that even in the most repressive environments, the spirit cannot be silenced. This growing revolution is a testament to the resilience of hope and the enduring power of love to transcend all boundaries. As the story of Iran's Jesus Revolution unfolds, it challenges people everywhere to consider the profound implications of this transformation. It is not merely a regional or religious issue but a universal narrative of redemption, courage, and the unyielding pursuit of truth. The movement in Iran serves as both an inspiration and a call to action, inviting people to reflect on their own spiritual journeys and the transformative power of faith in a world often marked by division and despair.